I had like many hopes for today, many different points I wanted to cover, many different formats I wanted to deliver through. I had remixes in mind, and playlists, and collages, and being that I am an ambitious black feminist, I tried my best to do it all, and let's hope it comes together. So, as you can see, my presentation is called Breaking and Burning, Perennial, Erasure, Part 2. Part 1 was at the Women's Rally. And if you're in Google Slides, yep. So the idea, y'all, there's stuff here, wherever you are, whatever you need. Not everybody can just take in poetry all the time and spoken word. I get that. And some of us can't just read research all the time. So wherever. Eye contact, yes. Eye contact, no. Okay. In this presentation, besides a little poetry and some research facts, I actually included some excerpts from a resignation letter packet I submitted at one of the last teaching gigs I had, where I thought it was important to share some of the disparate treatment, hostility, lack of support, and concerns that pushed me to leave that position earlier than planned. I feel I would have been able to make it through that school year while also getting my stuff together if the items on my list had been addressed. So you will see like slides like this where there's no citation, it's because it's Reza. This first piece is called Taking a Day Off, or F you, political and cultural hegemonists, and white supremacist F-heads. It was inspired by the rally in North Carolina of all those white supremacist fools who were out in the street, but also reminds me of the struggles I went through as a teacher. When you work so hard to be, to yell, to exude, I am a woman, I am worthy, I am talented, I am beautiful, I bring value, I bring joy, I bring love, I bring promise, I exist, I reach, I lead, I fall, I hurt, I rebuild, I support, I thrive. You are forced to take days off. Symptoms of doubt, desperation, and erasure can threaten to attack you and overcome your body and mind. Don't let them in. Yesterday doesn't matter. Ignore those instances in which we, yes we, marginalized people were given preferential treatment, but then suddenly surrounded by violence, masked as dancing, hegemonic leanings, masked as debate, hostility and aggression, the new old norm. No thought given to whether those up front suffer from trauma precipitated by forced invisibility or physical or psychic violence, exacerbated by the absence of accountability, empathy, or acknowledgement, and the way there is no way to tell the difference between dance and interpersonal destruction. Don't let them in. Yesterday doesn't matter. Put aside the night and day, full of surprises for many, though the perplexity was perplexing as the subjects of study, are people who, it was as perplexing as the subjects of study. Those people who live on your block, who attended our camp, who deposit at our banks, who attend the same barbers, the same tattoo spots, pick up groceries, sneakers and hats, attended the same schools, prayed and tithed, developed and found ideologies right there by our side. Why are you asking me these questions? You sound like them. Don't let them in. Yesterday doesn't matter. When you work so hard to be, to yell, to exude, I am a woman, I am worthy, I am talented, I am beautiful, I bring value, I bring joy, I bring love, I bring promise, I exist, I reach, I lead, I fall, I hurt, I rebuild, I support, I thrive. You are forced to take days off. Symptoms of doubt, desperation, and erasure can threaten to attack you and overcome your body and mind. Don't let them in. Yesterday doesn't matter. Yeah, just keep going. This is like an automatic thing. I'm just going to share, like, I don't know, 2 bits of research, and I have a closing poem. So I've been at Providence College. I started full-time in the fall. Part of why I'm here today, and part of what I'm sharing today, some of the research I've been doing as a student, I said, I'm a student, but I belong to the community, and so I sent some emails and messages when the semester ended. If you didn't get one, I'm sorry, holla, saying, hey, I did some research about students with disabilities in college and career readiness. Let me know if you need it. I did some research about diversity in the teaching workforce. Let me know if you need it. I did some research around values and diversity in the classroom and cultural norms. Let me know if you need it. At this point, as a full-time student with 2 part-time jobs, you gotta just holler if you need some research and just be in touch and we'll figure out what works. But in particular, where I am right now, March 15, 2018, I'm your researcher and your poet. A couple things. I'll just read the one that was my favorite. Teachers of color are more likely to see the intelligence and intellect that our students of color bring to the table and accumulate. We can see past different notions of intelligence and appreciate how they are displayed differently. We can decode conversations and life issues more rapidly, so we know the social-emotional context students bring. We are also in positions to help everyone understand multiple modalities of learning because we don't necessarily apply the Eurocentric lens, and we've had to navigate more things to get to the upper rungs of society. Lots of research. I'm going to end it there and just close with a poem. This one's a lot shorter. It's called Daybreak Isn't Broken. And this poem in particular is about the intersection of mental health and racial violence and trauma. And I said to a couple friends of mine, like, I'm coming tonight, and I know there are going to be people in the audience who are like militant and about it and like ready, and then there's going to be some of us who are still like traumatized and still trying to work through things. This is for us, working through things. If it's breaking, you should fix it. If it's broken, you should have fixed it. I am not broken. I can be fixed. Don't believe me? Look at the sun. Every morning, the day breaks, but we never say it's broken. If it's breaking, you should fix it. I am not broken. I am the sun. Thanks, guys.
So I'm going to holler at Reza, and I'm so sorry for saying your name wrong.